Wow, it's been so long. We're so sorry we've been gone. We've been busy. Not really entirely sure what the hell we've been up to lately. We haven't been casting, but hello. Welcome to VanillaTV. This is DJC, and I got my best buddy here. It's been so long since we casted. What's going on with you, Admirable?
Too long, man. Too long. Not much happening. I'm just keening it up, actually trying to play TF2 for once, but wow, it's that hard, DJC.
Well, I just noticed we're in the wrong channel, so give me a sec here. Fixing all of that really quickly. You can tell how long it's been just because we're in the wrong channel, not in the link channel. We are ready to go here. We have England versus Sweden for the 66 Nations Cup final, the Nations Cup as presented by ETF2L. Have you been watching this Nations Cup, Admirable? Do you have any idea what these two teams have been doing for the past, like, 3 months?
Yeah, I've been dipping in and out of it, maybe even cast it a few games in the earlier stages, but it's mostly been Scully and Pledge handling all that work, DJC, and you can, of course, catch them on the other stream. That would be VanillaTV 2, somewhere over there in Twitch land. You can see it on www.vanillatf2.org if you check out the streams there.
Yeah, I'd love to just give you the Twitch link directly, but I have no idea what the channel name is, so just head over to vanillatf2.org, check that out if you want to tune into Pledge and Scully. They'll be casting this alongside us, but we're going to be the better ones, aren't we, Admirable?
Yeah, I was going to swear there. Screw those guys, that's what I say.
I'm going to swear. I'm going to say a swear word that a 7-year-old would say. That's my plan. This is a PG-rated cast, so you're luckily keeping it within the bounds, Admirable. But what do you think for this match? What do you think for this match, Admirable? We got, the teams are, Sweden's going to be running TheSucker on Medic. They have, I believe, Zebbosai and Jukeboxx on Soldier, Lynx on Demo, Nace and wltrs on Scout. If you run over the English roster for us, they're a little closer to your motherland. Ireland and England are best friends forever, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's not entirely true, DJC, but you know, I'll humour you. We'll forget 800 years of oppression, and I will read out that roster, or I'll just make it up off the top of my head actually. We've got Byte on Medic, numlocked on Demo, it's going to be Hat and boomeh on Soldier, and Stark and Greg, I believe, on Scout, but I could be wrong, DJC, I've been wrong before.
Well, Admirable, I guess the American education system just isn't as good as I thought. If England and Ireland aren't actually best friends, I was under the impression that it's all love and sunshine and rainbows over there. But apparently not. You're talking about oppression and stuff. We never learned about any of that in my 5th grade social studies class.
I'm just getting a little message there from England's very own numlocked, Seb Barton. He wants to know, are we ready? He's champing at the bit to go, DJC. What will I tell him?
I told Zebbosai that we're ready to go, so I would assume that you can tell numlocked the same. I don't know if Pledge and Scully are ready to go, but I did get the link to that. It's twitch.tv/vanillatv2. So if you want to be watching Pledge and Scully, just add a little 2 to the URL in your browser, or just head on into the STV, and there's another channel here in the Mumble for you guys in the Mumble with us. We're gonna go live probably somewhere in the vicinity of 90 seconds, Admirable. What do you think is gonna happen in this match, man?
Yeah, I'm looking for Sweden 2-0, you know, I really hate the English, and that's the long and the short of it, DJC. Totally unbiased opinion there, but Sweden to take it 5-0, 5-0.
I'm feeling much of the same. I mean, look at this English roster. I got 4 of them on my friends list. Greg has the Freshers flu. Oh, poor Greg. Greg suffering from the flu is going to make this a difficult one for England to win. He's such a key, crucial player. I mean, look at all the inactive players I have now. Prem has changed so much since I-46. Hat's going to be taking a break this season to play World of Warcraft. Byte currently not on a team. Greg inactive. Numlocked is the new Epsilon demo man. boomeh's on that team with... Wait, no, Greg's not inactive. Excuse me, Greg's on Twisted Play with boomeh.
Yep.
Yeah, we got lots of Prem superstars on this roster over here, plus Stark, the new Deserto Scout. And then over on Sweden, I barely know who half of these guys are, James.
You what? You gotta know them. Legends like TheSucker.
Yeah, eh?
We got wltrs, we got Zebbosai, Soldier of the Season, Jukeboxx, Sniper Hero, Legend. He's a pretty decent soldier too, although Dunk says he's terrible.
Isn't Nace that guy who couldn't go to LAN because his washing machine broke?
Yeah. That's the same guy. You know, he's a Quake Live Pro, Quake 3 Pro. Well, maybe pro's too strong a word, but he's represented Sweden in Quake anyway. And now he's here in TF to represent Sweden. He's obviously a sick gamer, or else a dirty, dirty cheater, DJC. But I'd have to go with sick gamer. Although Anakin's triggered bot detector did release a few.
One of your own teammates got busted recently by Anakin, didn't they? So, you know, he's pretty accurate.
Got busted by me, yeah. Well, that wasn't the triggered bot detector, that was just a good old-fashioned screenshot, DJC.
That was Admirable pouring through 158,000 screenshots of people's in-game clients. Finds that his own teammate, his best friend, Matt Noon, the hacker.
That's how much I care, DJC.
Just want to confirm that you were playing with legitimate players, didn't want to get kicked out of ETF2L mid-season, every win gone to a default because Matt Noon was hacking.
Well, if I could have just deleted them, DJC, I probably would have, but I knew Anakin had them, so, you know. I had to kick that dude out.
158,000, you could have just deleted him, he never would have known.
Anakin sees all.
To see 158,000, I did just hear one team at least ready up. England on the full 6-soldier rollout. Somehow I doubt we'll be seeing too much of that during the actual game. What do you think, Admirable? Do you think 6 soldiers is viable in this meta currently?
I'd like to see it as a sort of a protest to the ETF2L admins, you know. I'm not exactly sure what we're protesting about, you know, but just roll out 6 soldiers and see if they disqualify you or not. A middle finger at the man, that's what I'm talking about, DJC.
That's one thing I've always kind of wanted to see, just one team really push the boundaries and the limits. It's the biggest game of the Nations Cup, probably the second biggest game of this calendar year for ETF2L, right behind the season 12-teen Grand Finals. I'm going to say 12-teen, because I don't actually know what the number was. 12-teen. I just want to see, what would they do? What would they do if someone just came in and ruined everything, Admiral? Would they just default it and ruin it for everyone?
Have you passed the server info on to some unscrupulous Americans that are just going to come in and trash this? Since they didn't make the final, are they mad?
I don't actually speak to many Americans. I doubt it, to be honest. I know most of them really didn't care.
DJC, is it fair to say that you're just too cool for school?
I think it's fair to say that I'm addicted to Guild Wars 2, and that's the real issue behind all of this. I've been playing about 14 hours a day for 10 days, so a little difficult to actually do anything else, like breathe, eat, sleep.
Ips is messaging me here saying he's going to join in 5 minutes. Go Pyro. He says, sorry bro, but the Germans are going to make a protest in the middle of this final, it seems, DJC. What have you started?
The Germans are going to make... Nobody's going to care, it's the Germans. Come on, Ips. There's like 6 of you still active in the game. That'd be the quietest protest in TF2 history.
I have been told that they're going live, and that was about a minute ago, maybe less, so we're going to be going live very soon, DJC.
We got less than 30 seconds, Admiral. Give me a prediction for this map. CP Badlands, England versus Sweden, go!
5-4, Sweden. Boom.
9 rounds, 30 minutes, going to the time limit. I'm going to say 6-3 England. Could go 9 rounds as well.
What do I win?
My love and affection. No, actually you don't win because you cheated on me at LAN. I saw you kissing Matt CV.
Oh, DJC, if you weren't such a recluse, you know. But it looks like we're going live here, DJC. So I will say hello and welcome to VanillaTV. This is Admirable with DJC and Comedian on the stream. We are here for the ETF2L Nations Cup number 3 Grand Finals between Sweden and England. We're going to the first middle. DJC, what's going down in Chinatown?
Watching numlocked right now. He's in the window throwing stickies onto the enemy train, going demo versus window battle. Window versus window, excuse me. First kill is going to go to wltrs as they take down a bombing soldier. boomeh. Sweden all bunched up in their house. Byte's actually going to go down though. wltrs with a double kill so far. He's on to numlocked as well. Triple for wltrs. Epsilon Scout starting the season off very strong with his Nations Cup performance. Tad is still in the middle, gets the kill. The double, in fact, on a Jukeboxx and Lynx, but he will go down as well. Nace and wltrs doing all of the work there with 5 kills between them. But there comes the cleanup by Greg! The Freshers Flu not affecting him at all as TheSucker is going to go down. Was that a drop? Was that TheSucker's very first drop of the Nations Cup ads?
No, I didn't see the particles, the sparkles, so I'm going to say no, no, no. He just didn't have it. But it definitely could have been avoided right there. It looked like a pretty strong middle from Sweden until they lost their medic right there. Just flipping things on a dime, and that is quite heartbreaking. I felt like England's middle was just a little bit out of sync. boomeh jumping up way out of sync, or way out of time, and the rest of his team, you know, got picked off, and it just all seemed to fall apart from there. But now England in the driving seat with a little bit of an advantage here, only 15% actually, and you know, Byte maybe not going to use that, DJC. What do you think?
It's such a small advantage. Byte's known for the slower play. He's going to wait, wants to push something a little bit bigger later on. 15% advantage gives you, what, like 6 seconds to get in and do something. That's just too tiny of a window. You have to start pushing on that so early if you want to make anything happen, and that's definitely not the kind of player that Byte is, especially when they don't have advantage. Here comes the bomb out of whichever soldier this is. That would be Zebbosai. He got kind of destroyed there in the worst way imaginable and died instantly. That will surely be enough for the Byte to start the push here, and you can see the English scouts want to come through that valley right now. The Ubers are popped at choke, though. Trades going off here. Sucker's going to keep a nice solo Uber on his soldier. Lots of flashing comes out from England, but they're not really going to be able to do much with this, and I think Jukeboxx is actually in deep, going for the Spire right now. Lots of people focusing him. It's some great directs there. Actually takes down Greg there onto the soldier with a shotgun out. Meanwhile, Lynx is taking down Stark on the flank, and that will go the way of Sweden here. They're going to start pushing in through Yard. They're actually going to do the house push. boomeh is going down on the flank to Nace, and Nace is on the stone bridge. They're going to start this cap right now with full control of Yard here.
Yeah, it seemed like a very deliberate play there from Sweden, just to send in Zebbosai. It was very optimistic, obviously, to try and send in one player against four, but once England had that man advantage, they just felt that they had to push, and that's pretty much what Sweden wanted right there. Obviously, big plays from Jukeboxx to get that frag and draw their attention for so long, but Zebbosai was then back in the game, and they got the pick on the flanks, just sort of putting England in an uncomfortable situation, you know, and getting these sort of cheap frags, and then they got the Spire without losing their medic or anything, and it's going to be back to another Uber stalemate, and it looks like England want to hold up top, DJC. This is nice and aggressive. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, they're doing the very aggressive forward hold here. They don't want to let Sweden have any ground. Sweden are doing the proper counter to this. If you can't get in the front door, sneak in through the attic window. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to climb the spire and come onto the balcony. They did have a player die. That was Jukeboxx, actually. You see he's going to come back as spy. A little bit of clever spy play. This is the big hole in the forward hold. Jukeboxx could sneak in through one of these front doors if he's clever enough about it, or he could go in through the upper as well to see if he can walk his way to last. I'm looking right now. The closest player England has to last is nobody, really. They're all kind of bunched up. wltrs going in on the balcony for distraction here. Boys, actually boomeh now sitting on last directly above the point.
Jukeboxx almost gets tagged by Stark's scattergun there. He was just sort of standing right in front of him, but he managed to evade it, and he's now on the last point. He uncloaks, he's gonna get it! Wow.
Oh, boomeh was right there, just he was in a slight misposition, so Jukeboxx managed to walk directly onto them and take that capture. So here comes the second round of it, with Sweden now having a 1-0 lead. Take it away on this middle ads.
I just love that DJC, totally outplayed. I don't know if they just knew England were gonna... They must have got the call in time for that spy to come out, but great play from Jukeboxx. We're back onto another middle, and it's Sticky's exchange from the demo men, and Lynx taking an aggressive position on the train here, trying to go forward, but the bomb-in comes in and gets denied. boomeh taken out, Stark goes down as well, Nace and wltrs clean it up, but meanwhile Sweden lose 3, Zebbo, Jukeboxx and Lynx go down. The scouts remain with TheSucker, but the big Stickies have said, boy, when they're coming in, he's only in 12 HP though, as this scout gets in his face, as wltrs picks up a soldier as well, he's just wrecking everybody here. Nace comes in for the cleanup, gets numlocked, and Byte is screwed right here, DJC.
Oh man, that was such a... There was so much good happening on that mid for England. Had a brilliant play. Rocket jumped in, took 3 people away from the fight, came back, tried to defend his demo, but wltrs was far too strong. Byte dies on 99%, just ever so shy of that Uber. And you can tell it's been a while for me, Admirable. I'm getting the flusters in my tongue. I can't speak around you. It's like love. It's infatuation, man.
I'm blushing right now, but that's just because I am a fat bastard and I had to pretty much jog home to make it aim for this casting time. And right now we do see an aggressive Swede play jumping up to that window, but whoa! Uber force from boomeh. He's got some ESP right there. He just knew where that medic was. I don't know how he does it, DJC, and it looks like Lynx is going to try and push in with TheSucker. TheSucker's thinking of going for that med pack, but he realises he could be exposed here, but meanwhile England have fallen back. They are terrified. They're happy enough to sort of get that little Uber advantage. They're going to wait for the 2 spawns to come in. Will Sweden move in? 4 seconds before they spawn. It looks like they're going to try and make a play for it. It's the 2 soldiers and 2 scouts top right. This is an infused play right here. But they haven't managed to get any frags or really any time on the point. That couldn't win any worse, DJC.
And it's gonna go worse right now as TheSucker's just kind of throwing crossbows and uber saws or whatever the hell he can at numlocked to try and deter him. Numlocked's gonna bomb in here and Sucker is in a bad place, stuck between the demo and the scout, but look at this movement, what the hell? TheSucker lives for far too long. Makes it out to choke before the pistol work of Greg takes him down. Jukeboxx, thinking about it in the forward respawn right there, was wanting to go sniper so badly, one of the game's greatest that we've ever seen in Europe, but he's not gonna take the opportunity, he's just gonna sit on soldier. They're gonna try and get the force out as wltrs actually coming up on sniper. Let's try and find his position. He's on middle right now in the respawn, watching that train, and this is where it gets all tingly inside, Admirable. This is where big plays are made.
You can see the demo man right now, can he? Oh, he hasn't shown himself yet. Oh, that goes down. wltrs gets taken out by boomeh as well. It's 5 on the point for England right now. As the Swedes posture and House are thinking of going out here. They don't have charge though. It's just Jukeboxx firing out a few perspective rockets there, but he can't find anything. He's going to back off right now with Lynx and TheSucker. We've got Zebbosai hiding the flank here. He's positioned at the tyres there near the resupply, looking for a scout pick, maybe a medic if England decide to push there, but no, DJC, they've already pushed in through the yard. They're pushing along that right hand side of the spire, and the Uber gets popped off really early here from Byte. I don't know what he's scared of, but he's popped anyway, and no real dangers here, but the counter Uber comes in. There's a back cap on as well. This is looking good for Sweden.
It's looking pretty good here for Sweden. They're blocking the Spire right now with their demo. Lynx is up. Oh, Soldier has got flanked TheSucker on balcony though. They're going to take him down. It's just Zebbosai in middle right now trying to fight the scout. He gets 2 rockets on him, but Stark will finish him off. boomeh goes down. Meanwhile, numlocked on middle now with his scout and medic. They're just going to hold this. They know it's so close, but Sweden are 3 down. They're going to want to revert this cap a little before they push to the Spire.
England have got to be thinking here about the back cap, DJC. It's got to be about the back cap. They want to push. They know they've got the medic advantage, the Uber advantage, but they have to be so careful about that back cap. How many players are they going to commit behind? Look at this. It's Walters. Oh my god. This destroys Hat in middle. He's going to get the back cap. Sensational play from my boy Robin. What's up, DJC?
I'll give you a bit of a break here as I can clearly hear you shoving things inside of your mouth to eat. Walter's going up to the Spire 1v1 this Soldier. He's on the lower health pack right now. The cap is started. Huge 5-time stack on that middle. boomeh meanwhile denying Walters completely. Look at that meat shot by Walters. And Zebbosai's going to take down Byte with a headshot. What a clutch play there. No idea where he was sniping from. I just heard the medic's cry of pain and agony. Much like the cry of pain and agony you made as you jogged your way home today, James.
I've got a stitch in my side, DJC. Still puffing and panting here. I think I've pulled several muscles. But right now, I am trying to gain some nourishment here, DJC. You're right. Very telling. Look at this. numlocked putting that little sticky trap on the Spire in that tiny crack between the 2 wooden panels that make up the control point. He's got his stickies there, and I don't think he's been spotted just yet. This scout Nace is just about a foot away from death. He walks over it once, but
boomeh jumping the Spire. boomeh on the medic. Rocket got hit under the Sucker there, but he's going to stay alive. Zebbosai actually will go down to Greg, and the backup started here. I don't know if England can really contest this. Hat's going on the medic. It's the force out of the Sucker. Sucker pops in trash on 2 of his players, the demo and Soldier, but the cap is going to go. England are now down 4. Spawn of boomeh coming in 4 seconds, but it's just numlocked alive right now. He's got stickies up everywhere that he possibly can. Trying to build that Uber scout in top right onto numlocked. He's not going to be able to get to the point in time. It's the stickies and Soldier are right there, and that'll be a second round of Sweden. My prediction looking pretty goddamn awful right now, ads.
I did say 5-0, 5-0 at the start, jokingly, but it could be that way. Talking to Byte earlier, he said he didn't really care. He just hasn't been playing much. He's going to be playing CBA, medic, can't be arsed, so we'll see if that plays a role here. numlocked playing from balcony right now, gets a nice stick and a second one onto Lynx. He is half health right now. And in come England. They're going to be taking advantage of that. Hopefully Sweden playing very defensive on their own train right now, but they get the first frag. Zebbo onto boomeh. Rumours exchange, but Stark and Greg picking up Walters and Zebbo, and Sweden would be wise to back out now because Sucker is totally
Byte goes down! Byte goes down the Jukeboxx!
Wow!
Then numlocked takes down the Sucker as well right after. Wow. Both medics go down there on the middle. Sweden will wipe, so England will take middle and the Spire, but the advantage will not quite be as much as it could. Walter's actually going to come up on Sniper. Going to see if he can get a peek onto the balcony here. Actually, he's going to go out trash. Very interesting Sniper spot. We're going to aim up there, see if he can take down that Soldier. A scout gets a shot on the Soldier. Oh. Scout is rushing the balcony right now to try and deal with Walters. Walters the SMG out. Cannot deal with Greg. Greg too strong today. Outscoring his medic right now. 23 points to Byte's 21 and a domination on top of it. Pressure's flu is good for something after all, James.
Yeah, for those who aren't down with English idioms, that is just a code word for a hangover, I believe. Because it's Freshers Week at uni. Greg's been out drinking, guys. He's not feeling too great today, but he's had to answer England's call. He's here for Queen Elizabeth II and the glory of the Empire, as I understand it. And Byte's rocking crits here, DJC. He's got the charge.
The crit, and it's activated on numlocked. There goes the first stick. He takes on both scouts right there. boomeh's moving in through the top right now to completely deny Lynx any access to this point. Greg will die there, but Lynx is occupied so badly. He's the only one alive, and boomeh will take him down with a shotgun to finish this off. England draw their first round of the night as we have 18 minutes and 50 seconds left going to this 4th middle.
And that all came down to that demo battle. numlocked instrumental in forcing Lynx out of that middle, allowing his team to really get in there and deal with Zebbosai and Walters, that big threat. And it'll be interesting to see what Lynx is going to do in this middle. Again, numlocked playing from balcony, gets 1 stick, he gets 2 sticks, he's 96 HP already. He's got to be relaying his information to his scouts. You see Stark pushing across the point there. Greg actually picks up Walters again. I think that's 2 middles in a row. Greg is greater than Walters, it seems. And wow, boomeh gets Jukeboxx and forces the combo out there. These middles from England are really finding their flow here, DJC.
Hat underneath the point right now, cleaning up Zebbosai will make it just Nace and TheSucker alive, so nobody to build Uber with for TheSucker. He's going to get it at that slow little rate here, and because they only have 2 scouts alive, this Spire is probably going to go uncontested. Their spawns are coming, but they're 1 second away, and that's a good 6-second walk from the Spire. Looks like Nace does want to go up, but they realize it's far too late. Just going to retreat to last. They'll have their Uber, but look at this. numlocked walked into the lobby, stickied out TheSucker. Sucker's going to take a clever route back, but numlocked will actually go down here. That's going to be a very big pick. Sweden instantly realized the situation and try to push off it. Greg goes down as well, but look at Stark's clever hiding position at the forward respawn. Wants to go in through drop down for the back cap. Let's see if Sweden have anyone covering. Last year, Stark's actually been spotted by a scout, not going to go for anything. Uber popped by Team England on the Grey Bridge right now. Sucker's Uber comes out in retaliation as the cap is started by 3 players right now. Nace will clean up boomeh. numlocked going for the block right here. He's going to go up and take down Nace. Actually, cap not gotten quite yet, and Hat is coming in for reinforcements, but he's just going to have to run away back out here. Sucker goes down on Stark flank. Big flank by DeSerto. Stark, the star player of DeSerto, the new Prem team. But Sweden are not done yet. They want to push into middle here. Hat is alive with Byte. boomeh is spawned coming through the house. Would not be shocked if Hat and boomeh both get 300 health and try and contest this. Zebbosai is waiting in house though, so he's going to have great timing in late to this fight. Sticky's here. Hat's trying to clear them away. boomeh in deep on the Lynx. Scout comes in for the flank, but Hat's going to clean him up. Soldier aggression still coming in. Zebbosai goes down as well. Great work there from Hat and boomeh to clean that up. So TheSucker, Nace, and Jukeboxx alive, and this is going to be a 70% Uber advantage for Team England, and they're going to be able to push Spire very easily here, Jimmy.
I felt like that was really timid play from Lynx right there. He had the opportunity to block them off in the house. He got a few stickies down there, but he just really needed to make his presence felt, make them think twice about that. But the soldiers just muscled their way out. Easy pick for them. And right now, this has just been turned a 180 again as England have the advantage, and they're going to be pushing on to last pretty promptly. They have that charge right now. Every second they waste is a chance for Sucker to get his up. But there seems to be something going on. I'm not entirely sure what they're waiting for here. Just going to let them get Uber? I guess that's Euro play. Those crazy Euros. What's that all about, DJC?
This is why you guys lost I-46, but Ebro coming through main here. numlocked spamming those stickies. Does a pyro up top though to deny those jumpers. Soldier tries to get him with the cap. Started right now.
Oh!
Greg uncovered. Uncovered. Nobody blocks it. Just kind of the... Someone on VanillaTV, I think numlocked, said, just send Greg in for the back caps and see if it works. Doesn't really count as a back cap when everyone's alive, but Greg makes it happen. He's not really too active at the moment. I don't think Twisted Play are playing more than like 2-3 days a week, but he's going crazy right now. But you know who I'm going to watch this in the middle? Zebbosai. We haven't said his name nearly enough. Hasn't been quite the impact player you would expect. He's playing with his native team here. He's got to be doing better. Hit some nice direct rocket on the Hat there to help clean him up. They've already taken down Hat and Greg. Jukeboxx is the only trade. They're going to take that, but Nace and Zebbosai down here to boomeh and Stark. Sweden do have point presence, but it's 3 down each side. Would not shock me if numlocked wants to contest this. He's at choke trying to get aggressive, but there's sticky spam coming in on him. Stark's going to try and come through house onto the demo right now, but look at this good positioning from Lynx. They're going to take the cap. Stark will go down. numlocked on 30 health at choke right now. Scott is rushing him. Pretty sure that's Nate or Walters, excuse me, in. numlocked's just going to +4 though as the Uber is popped here, and he's going to have to run away, not even get to force out. Nice attempt by numlocked, but perhaps stuck in just a little too long. Scott reinforcements coming in to keep Sweden's aggression away, but Sweden now have full Uber advantage, ready to push into yard.
Yeah, great middle from Sweden there. They realised they were getting rolled the last 2 middles from England. They decided to change it up. That valley aggression worked beautifully there. And Walters basically holding the Sweden side single-handedly. They just sort of overextended a little bit there. They should have been happy that they got the middle, but they lost players, but they managed to make it work out. And they had nice balls from TheSucker. But there is a back cap going on here, DJC. It's 4 times on the middle.
3 on the Spire. Make that 4 as everybody is down except for TheSucker and Nace. TheSucker going to go down as well. Takes numlocked with him. It's just Nace alive in yard. Going to try and get a flank off here. Where is Byte? You got to watch Byte right now. See if he will take some meat shots in the arse here. Yes, I said arse in a bad English accent. Deal with it. Arse! Walters is back on last though as Scout. The spawns are up for Sweden. The Uber is once again full for England. But the last time they were in this position, they took so long to get in that Sweden had the chance to defend. They just failed pretty goddamn miserably at it, if I'm honest.
They're already pushing main though. It's Byte and his soldiers. There's a scout here as well. No sign of numlocked in the minute. He's going to Uber the soldiers through. They're going to get aggressive onto TheSucker. He's not even near that door. He's in such a dangerous position, but they're going to go for frags on the soldiers instead. They know TheSucker is not really a threat here with that minimal Uber. He goes down eventually. And Walters is here holding as heavy. England that somehow have lost 4 players. 5
just
players.
Alive.
What the hell?
numlocked is coming into last right now through the upper right, trying to crouch walk like he's in Metal Gear Solid right now.
He's hiding.
He's ready for the
Scout is going to run into him right now. Nace is going to run into him.
They spotted numlocked. He's on 50 health at the drop down. This did delay a little bit. Greg really wants to rush that last point, but the cap has already been started and achieved so far here by Zebbosai. Stark is down to 11 health in the yard. wltrs is going to switch back to Scout here, but it looks like England will be able to put up some kind of defense on the Spire, but Hat is taking a ton of damage. Numlocked very low as well. They might just not have enough health to defend this, but Greg still wants that back cap. This is his play. He's looking and trying to find that one angle to get in.
Bit of a strange scenario right there. They had wltrs as heavy, and Nace was dead, so they had no scouts as they pushed out the Spire. Zebbosai obviously did a great job of getting it cat that far, but I can't imagine that Sweden were too convinced that one was going to work. They have managed to hold on to last DJC. They do have a little bit of an uber advantage here, but will they push with it? If they went on the button, they might actually make Byte drop before he even have it. That's not even a drop, but there's stickies from Lynx getting up Stark, and oh my god, DJC,
Lynx will get Stark, and that back cap is initiated. Numlock's going to go back for the back cap here. Greg actually trying to climb up, but he will not make it in time. wltrs will get that and just run away. Nace is on to Byte as well. The Uber's forced. Numlock will hit on a nice little air pipe at the end of that, but the Swedish Uber is going to come out here to defend this Spire. The Sucker gets launched into the trash, and his soldier is up top defending with his life. Hat will make the shotgun kill onto Zebbosai count. boomeh's down, but it's not going to be enough for Sweden. They're going to have to give this up and run away, especially with the Sucker going down at the tail end of that fight. Byte is going to have a big advantage, and they're going to push in instantly. They know there's a few seconds left on these spawns for the soldiers for Sweden, and there's a few players out of position. There are Stickies on the point. Stickies being spanned into main, actually, at Numlocked. 2 scouts up to pressure the demo, but look at this Lynx and wltrs down to the scout play from England. They're going to go take a 3-2 lead off of the play of Stark and Greg pushing in that last.
Greg always seems to know the perfect time to come in for that cap from the flank. Another well-executed push from England, but that was a massive advantage they had engineered for themselves there through that sort of scrappy Spire defense, and maybe questionable pushes from Sweden. Right now, it's going to be another value rollout from Sweden. Lynx is waiting for his medic as Jukeboxx comes in with the Sucker. Zebbosai's up to the rollout through the house, so it's sort of a half and half rollout here. Nace goes down now to the rocket of boomeh. He's playing on that Swedish shithouse. And now he's dropped down to find the Sucker with 1 rocket, 2 rockets. He's trying to tag him with that shotgun. Sucker super low, somehow managed to survive. But it's only 2 up for Sweden right now. wltrs on the Sucker, and wltrs has just gone down. The Sucker manages to escape. Well played, but Numlocked.
He has escaped it. Numlock's in deep. I just heard an Uber off. Is he going to kill Numlocked right now? Oh, he's on 10 health. Oh. Cannot do it. Numlocked gets 1 last sticky onto him, takes him down. I saw 2 Uber saws go off. He was still at 91%. Not quite there. Numlocked taking a ton of damage from the scout, though. Nace going to finish him off. Tries to get that Uber force out, but Greg and Had are there to defend their medic valiantly. Byte will be able to maintain. And that's what you gotta watch. Jukeboxx, one of the best snipers of the game. Hits the point blank headshot at a Hat, but it's not enough. Hat will hit the 2 rockets taken out. The Uber's popped in trash here. Scout is on to Byte. Lynx actually wants to block this, going for the stickies on the Spire. Will force the Scout back, but they realize they're in a very bad position. It's gonna sticky the front doors and a retreat to last.
Yeah, this is just sort of falling apart ever so slightly for Sweden. They really need to recompose themselves. There's still plenty of time left in this. We do, of course, play up to a 30-minute time limit here in Europe. There are 10 minutes left on the clock, or a 5-round difference, but I don't see that happening. So it looks like we're going to be playing till 10, and right now England are slowly trying to work their way in. But it is Sweden who have the slight advantage. I'm not sure how much of a difference that's going to make. I don't see them pushing out with it, and they do have a sniper up top. Body shot from wltrs onto Byte on that slimmest of angles up top. Right to left right there. Byte diced with death as he went in front of the scope of wltrs, and he's paid the price, DJC.
England do want to get aggressive over this, though they realize that with their medic down, they have to make a play. Hat's gonna die, though. Greg trying to sneak in through that lower right, gets annihilated by wltrs, making the big plays right now. The Sucker is moving through main. Numlocked is up top, throwing some stickies, but he's gonna retreat quickly here. Let's look at this hiding position by Stark, but wltrs sniffs him out. Maybe wltrs borrowed a little bit of a program from his buddy Nace for tonight. Maybe a little ventrilo.exe admirable as Stark gets discovered and destroyed, trying to go for that back cap. And Sweden are going to take this. I'll have a full Uber advantage, pushing in the middle, but look at this. Numlocked doing the cleverest of sticky traps. This is the Kadish trap that I so brilliantly called in that Prem frag video by Cube. Yeah, I'm going to pimp myself out. Heavy on middle by Greg here will get taken down instantly to get the force out. The Uber advantage now swings 50% in England's favor, but look at this. They're going to have to back all the way out, and Jukeboxx, once they get aggressive in a house, it's 2 great directs on the boomeh, but it's not going to finish him off. 5 players for England alive, all bunched up in the yard. Lynx was like aggressive. Still going crazy right now. I flipped to him just in time to watch him get meat shot in the air.
His first rocket was very true right there. Big damage onto Byte, sitting on 47 HP right now, DJC. But no one else was really going to follow up. wltrs does go in, but Sweden, again, happy to just sacrifice a player or 2 and see if they get lucky. Is that the play of
a nice
champions?
pipe onto the scout there. The play of champions, I think, is going to happen pretty soon here. I think when Zebbosai gets back into position as this sniper, he's going to make a huge body shot onto Byte. Not even going to bother going for the head. He's aiming for the foot shot, maybe the abdomen shot. He's going to go center mass here. He's going to hit whatever he can.
Oh, no,
Park himself on the balcony.
Combo here for England. The Uber's come off.
The flank.
Ooh, managed to save Lynx just in time there, DGC. Super close.
It's super close. Both Ubers are traded. Not much actually going to happen here. This is a bit of an advantage for England because they're not the ones running a sniper right now, but they can't do much out of it. Zebbosai moving to choke right now, scoping in, trying to peek around that corner. Any kills here is a good one, especially 150 damage on an unlock. Jukeboxx's shotgun will finish him off, but look at this aggression here out of Sweden. Might cost him. Jukeboxx is down, but Lynx is cleaning it up. Takes down boomeh and Greg, and there's the headshot we were waiting for. Zebbosai will take down Byte, swing that Uber advantage, a good 75% into the sucker's favor, but look at this. Stark wants to counter snipe. He wants to do the dance of death, the quick scopes, the fake scopes, the jumps and twirls after each shot. He wants to have it all. He wants to do the sniper ballet right now, Admirable.
He's hunting for frag moving material. You're right, DGC. He's picking it across these crates, so ooh. We can't quite find the sucker yet, and he's been spotted already. He's pretty much neutralized right there. Zebbosai is looking up to Belgrade to try and find him.
You can't shoot through there, Stark. You can't shoot through that hole, baby. You should know that.
TJC dropping knowledge. Numlock's going to hold up from top lobby right now, though, and so are the whole of England. Oh, Hat finds Nace, and this is going to slow down the Swedish aggression. Even though they have advantage, would they be wise to just Uber through here? They're going to push down main as England retreat. Numlocked picks up a frag onto Jukeboxx. wltrs goes down. Numlocked cleaning house here, and still the sucker does not Uber.
What the hell did Sweden just do? England's going to be able to move off of this. It might be much to their detriment as the spawns are coming for Sweden. They still don't have their Uber. Where's Byte at right now? Bit of a risky position. Lynx is going to go in here, and he does have an Uber. He's invulnerable for the next 10 seconds. Unlocked. You better run the hell away. They're not going to block the cap here. Soldier and Scott actually going to try and get out. Lynx with nothing loaded to finish them off. Had is on the balcony with boomeh, though, and England actually lost their medic without me noticing at all. Looks like wltrs came in and made the classic Epsilon play, just dominating the game. Nace is actually in last right now, trying to start the cap against two players, but there's a heavy alive, along with the scout and the soldier, and wltrs is now in on Byte again, but he realizes the heavy weapons man is a little bit too big. But it's not going to matter because Lynx is pushing it through the main, throws down a ton of stickies, some pipes, takes down 3 players. Stark is trying to make the clutch defense here on 32 life. Sucker's in the stairwell, getting shotgun down and scattergun. He will die as well. Nace is alive, moving through the house right now on full health. There's not a ton of HP on these English players. Greg is going to get spawned with Byte. Had his pre-firing that drop down, knows exactly the play Nace is going to make. It looks like Nace is just letting everyone borrow his wall hacks tonight.
Total tunnel vision right there from Sweden as they pushed on to last. They just weren't paying attention to that spawn queue. They should have seen that Byte and Numlocked had both spawned at the same time. And Lynx was just streaming forward trying to get damage onto that heavy, onto the point, but no one was looking at Numlocked. He just dropped down and did the sickest amount of damage. Oh my god, Sticky's pipes all going off. boomeh cleaning up with him as well.
By Greg. Star's gonna run into each other on the balcony, and Greg gets annihilated by the face stab and then the revolver by Zebbosai. God damn. I didn't expect that to be nearly as bad as that worked out to be.
Spy versus Spy. Zebbosai has been called. Surely he's just going to run straight on the point. There's no stickies here. Where is Numlocked? The stickies are in main. He's got... Oh, so close to capping it. Will they just bomb players on? Yes, they do. Jukeboxx gets the cap. Ding, ding.
Oh, the most bizarre sequence of events ever with 2 spies running at each other and then a sniper headshots Byte on last, and then Sweden just kind of floods in and wins it while Zebbosai gets like a 2nd kill on Spy after having been spotted. But whatever, we're going to a 6th middle here, or 7th middle, excuse me. 5 minutes left in the game, and Sweden have just tied it up 3-3. We're getting pretty close to the wire here. Looks like neither of our predictions were all too accurate. I'm watching boomeh on this middle. I want to see some impact plays from the Romermans all over this mid. He's walking over to the house, but instantly takes a meat shot. Gonna fight the scout lower. Hat's gonna clean up the other jumping soldiers. Zebbosai, Jukeboxx on very low level as well, but he's under Numlocked. Numlocked will take him down with the sticky, but wltrs is going to take down boomeh as well. Sweden have to back this up. Down 2 players, no position on middle. They're behind significantly on this Uber. Is this crit streak? No, the sucker just didn't have anyone to heal for a little while. A bit awkward here, but they will be able to put up a defense for this Spire as long as they don't overextend too badly.
I feel like the sucker just pussied out there. His team were in good position. They were forward. England would be just totally distracted by Zebbosai. If they had heals in that middle, they would have been able to clean up. They were in great position. There was no one really stranded, apart from Jukeboxx, who was doing damage, and the sucker just wimped out, man. Uber's been popped off for England here, and Sucker's managed to milk his by a considerable amount. Byte's going to go down. Surely he's on Stonebridge now. He's going to pick up a soldier here, but wow, there's a little bit of action going on between Nace and boomeh on the flanks. Meanwhile, the Spire is dependent for Sweden, but they are getting slowly but surely engulfed by red players here. The flank is dependent, and Nace is going to come and help his team. They should be able to force off any English aggression. Greg goes down. Nace coming up trumps here as they push them back towards choke, DJC.
He got down to like 20 health there, managed to escape thanks to the support of his team, but Nace is rushing through the house right now. Stark's gonna go down, Soldier aggression on that hat right now. He's getting chased into the house, Bow Scout's shooting him. Numlocked will get some great sticky damage to this middle, takes down wltrs, knows everyone else, so we actually gonna kill Bow Scouts. Numlocked doing what he does best, just pressing forward across the point, onto the medic. Sucker with a nice little mini surf down into the valley below, but the crossbow is gonna come and take him down, finish him off. Byte's gonna keep a 75% Uber right now, but I'm looking for the plays right now. The big plays. Jukeboxx is on Gray Bridge. Zebbosai's coming through the house on the flank right now. I don't think he's been spotted. He has no idea where Byte is, though, and he just kind of fired a rocket. Got arrowed in midair by Byte. We've seen Byte's crossbow skills on display in Prem by Cube, and we see it once again here as he denies the jump, saves himself from the roamer. And that's going to be a huge play there as Byte has 100% advantage, ready to push last. There's only 3 minutes left in the game, and time is slowly ticking away. Byte's going to move it in through main. I'm not going to get the bulk of the Zuber. Pre-fires some stickies out of the ground. There's the Pyro. Hat jumps in, actually gets past the Pyro. Byte wants to get on that point, but he gets launched away by the stickies. The Swedish defense is actually looking very solid here. Scout is in lower, though. Soldier up top as well. Jukeboxx will go down, but Hat and Stark have died as well. Numlocked getting pressured in main by the Scout, and he just gets destroyed! Zebbosai with the huge play, the double kill. Takes down the combo, takes down Byte with the rockets, takes down Numlocked with the shotgun. And Zebbosai is going to give Sweden a chance to swing this back the other way. I'm trying to find Stark right now. He's on middle. No backup threat there. I'm trying to find Greg. He just spawned. There's going to be nothing out of England right now. They're going to have to defend middle.
Trying to find those scouts, but he just ate a sticky from Lynx. He's getting chased out a little bit, but Numlocked's there to sort of buffer any potential Swedish aggression. And right now it is 3-3 here in the ETF2L Nations Cup number 3 final between Sweden and England, and there are 2 minutes left. DJC, 2 minutes left. Will both teams just wimp out and go for the golden cap? I'd be quite happy to if I was in Sweden's position. I'd just hold here. Why would you push middle? The Sucker goes down though. Oh my god, he drops the stickies. What am I talking about, DJC?
Zebbosai with a great skip jump. Actually got a great rocket on a Byte. Byte on 50 health here. wltrs is in as well. Takes down 2 players, Numlocked and boomeh. He's still fighting. Greg, 3 kill for wltrs before he finally gets taken on by Hat. Demo is in middle as well. Stark trying to 1v1 him. Actually, we'll finish him off. Byte lives through this entire affair. Somehow Sweden does have its spawns coming now. 1.5 minutes left, Admirable, and it's time to go crazy because this is going to be England's opportunity to win this game. Looks like Sweden does want to put up some kind of spider defense. They know that the spawns aren't there. Stark is in a great position though. He's got that sniper in trash. Soldier is onto him. Actually gets annihilated there by Hat, who came down from the spire to save his medic. Hat goes right back up though. Takes a little bit of a scattergun plink, but they're not going to do a whole lot here. 25% for the Sucker. They have an engineer. They have a pyro. They have a heavy. They have a demo man. They're going to have a soldier spawn in 9 seconds in Jukeboxx. We're playing Highlander here, Ad.
They got nobody building Uber right now. They're not even going for that Uber battle at all. They just want to hold off as long as possible with this turtle strat. They're going to Uber scouts in up top to try and deal with that pyro. And Nace is doing well so far. He's pretty much nullified this Uber. He goes down eventually, so they're at a man disadvantage. But meanwhile, England have lost both scouts. Now they lose boomeh. Only 5 against 3 here for Sweden. Numlocked is trying to go huge right here. He finds the Sucker with... Whoa, he finds Jukeboxx active with a pipe. I think he hit the Sucker a little bit there as well. He's on half HP. But England
30 seconds left, Admiral. We gotta go fucking crazy here. England up top right now with their medic, Demo Man and Soldier. They're ready to push into last. There's a heavy Soldier defense. Will not get his Uber until just now, this very second. They're actually gonna pop the defense.
Sticky after sticky.
They're gonna have plenty of time here. 15 seconds left. They're multiing so much. England gonna make this last push 6 versus 6.
It's gonna be pushed to win. Soldier comes to the center. It's a scout back. The point is easy.
Everything on the point here trying to push it and not get the last kill.
Jukeboxx, but that's
scream over top of each other. That is golden cap in England versus Sweden in the last second. And England did their best. They flooded everything into the point. They pushed everyone away from the point as best they could, but they could do nothing with it in spite of that. And we're going to go to a golden cap here. It's been very evenly matched, trading rounds back and forth. Sweden started off very strong. England brought it back, and then Sweden did whatever the hell they did to win that third round. And I don't know what that last 12 seconds of the cast was, Admiral, but it was brilliant.
You did say we had to go crazy, man. You know, I thought that was the sign. You know, make it sound like a dying giraffe. I was in there, man. I was there for you, but didn't work out. You didn't like it. Oh, I'm got it.
What, didn't I like it? Sorry? I was getting lectured for my language. I did slip up a little bit there. Apologies to all of the viewers. This is supposed to be PG, PG-13 at best. But I just felt the passion within me, like when you tongue-kissed Matt CV at LAN and broke my heart, James.
What's your views on nectarines, DJC? The classic nectarine peach debate.
I can't remember the last time I've had a nectarine or a peach. I'm more of a citrus man myself, like the clementines, the oranges. There's other things. Wow. I don't know what else they were, but they're delightful ads.
I love oranges, but nectarines on stock in the McDonald household today, and I gotta say they're pretty hard, DJC. They're like apples. Maybe they are actually apples, and I'm just poor and Irish. My mother told me they were nectarines, but
some disgusting looking peach-colored apple that was like melting away in the bottom of the fridge.
They're too hard, man. They're too hard. You know, I like a bit of juice there, but I'll eat anything, to be honest. I'm enjoying it, but just not as much. I just feel it's been misrepresented. You know, I was told it was a nectarine, but it's some sort of yellow apple.
Did Mama McDonald lie to you, Jimmy? Is it back to the olden days when she was like, Santa does exist, this isn't your father bringing you presents, calm down.
I thought you wanted coal for Christmas. No.
I'm feeling the Admirable right now. I mean, after that last round, I'm sweating like a dog over here. Feels like I walked my way back to my computer chair from a long 15-minute stroll out in the park. What were you doing before this match went live, man?
I was walking around the north coast of Ireland there, DJC. You know, I live at the seaside, a beautiful area called Moyle, and I just like to get out there, you know. It's good for the soul, man. But just not very good at my timekeeping, little poor on the old punctuality, DJC, but I managed to make it in time. Just in time.
We had people in IRC spamming your phone number, begging someone to call, and of course I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to eat those international charges. Going America to Ireland, no way that's going to work out.
Guys, if you're listening to this right now, you know, when you want to call me, it is 0800 potato, P-O-T-A-T-O. Check me out. That's my premium number. Ring me up for all sorts of TF2 advice. I'll even talk dirty to you. Do you like that, DJC?
We just got lectured a little bit in IRC, Admiral, for a language. We're going to go live here, thankfully, for this golden cap between England and Sweden in the Nations Cup map 1 of a best of 3 here to decide the grand champion. I'm going to watch numlocked on the rollout. Going through house ever so slightly slower than usual. Actually going to walk into the window on slightly under full health. Eats the first sticky from Lynx down to 112 HP. The bomb's coming on his train, but numlocked is getting good focus. But it's not going to matter because Zeb hits 2 great rockets on the Greg to take him down. Jukeboxx going to come in for the cleanup. Will take down Hat as well. There's good damage coming out here on all angles from Sweden. Walter's forcing the soldier in the house, but I just heard a medic cry, but no medic's going to die here. Just going to take a little bit of damage. The sucker's down to 49 HP. Bomb's going to come in late here, but Zebbosai is going to hit another direct rocket, doing a ton of damage on this middle, helping Sweden take this middle, and we could just see the 10-minute stalemate here, Ads. Do you think Sweden is going to hold on to this middle point for the next 950 and see if they can win this game off of that?
I don't really think Zebbosai is that sort of caller. He's just going to go for it. He's got no respect for his opponents. He's just like, screw these guys. We are going to crush face. Jukeboxx goes up.
Oh, Zebbosai is well with the kill on the start. The Uber's going to be forced in trash here by the sucker. But Byte was kind of trapped out and had to pop earlier as well. Sweden with the far better positions. Everyone's kind of trapped out for England. They're going to lose another soldier here. Sucker go for the Uber swipes. Bad melee red zone. He's actually at 40 health. Gonna clutch it.
Zebbo's already on last, DJC. Oh my.
Already on last, Zebbosai's gonna take it. I don't know what the hell I just did, but it was fantastic.
That was just orgasmic, I think.
I don't know, it was great.
That's how your porno cast should have climaxed. That's how things should have finished off, DJC.
Oh, Zebbosai with the clutch play wins it. 8-point round in Golden Cap for Zebbosai. I was kind of making little hints to it. He wasn't having the best of games, not what you'd expect from the premiership soldier of the season. But he did come through in the Golden Cap for the clutch, and I feel like my nose just started bleeding spontaneously after that shriek.
Okay, DJC, quickly tell me who was your man of the map.
Has to be Zebbosai after that cap. Has to be. There's no way around it.
Wow, I'm gonna go for numlocked. I think he was really keeping his team in the game for so long. He's just doing so many clutch plays. But let's wrap things up for the VOD, and I will say that this has been Admirable DJC and comedian on the stream for VanillaTV, doing the E2F2L Nations Cup number 3 Grand Final Map 1 Badlands, Sweden against England. And I believe this has been sponsored by Prem by Cube, going from DJC's been saying, and that'll do.